I like to receive confirmation that I'm recording before I start doing my thing, because there have been times in the past where I talk for it's happened on multiple occasions where I've talked for 14 minutes, an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then I vowed to never ever do it again. And by that I don't mean forget to record. I mean vowed to never record anything again because I don't want to experience that pain again in my life. It's hurtful, bro. It's hurtful. There's times when I got the full video. There have been times when I recorded like a couple hour long video, only to find out after the fact that I didn't click record on the audio, or I ran out of space on the device that was recording the audio and it stopped a quarter of the way through. It's tough. It's tough. But anyway, I'm not here to talk about that today. Talking about Arman Sarukian. And I've tried, I'm telling you, I've made efforts. And you don't see them. You don't see them. I have to boast nothing but intentions at this point, because that's all I got. Because you definitely haven't seen the efforts, because I've been so unbelievably incapable of actually bringing that to fruition in any sort of form whatsoever. I've tried to stop talking so much about Arman Sarukian, about Ilya Tapuera, about Patty Pimblett, about Dustin Gaethje, about Tomas Aspinall. I was looking at the MMA news earlier, and you guys know we are in a dry spell right now, which could be good or bad. It could be a perfect time for me to be like, you know what? I should probably test the waters. I should probably start making videos, maybe not on this channel, but I should probably start making videos about like anything else at all going on in the world that I don't even know what to reference, because I don't pay attention to anything, because all I do is work on this type of stuff, and then I turn off my Wi-Fi and I don't want to have any connections to the outside world. Or it might be the best time to make content on this channel, because it's kind of like a COVID type of era where everyone's like stir crazy and they're like, I need something to watch. I need something to entertain myself with, because there's nothing going on right now. There's no events right now. Unless you're watching Arman Sarukian. Unless you're watching Arman Sarukian in a power slap match or something like that. Unless you're watching Arman Sarukian in a Russian grappling inside of a convertible tournament. Unless you're watching Arman Sarukian grappling in a phone booth in Uzbekistan or something like that. I was talking about it not too long ago, that it feels like they are very strategically trying to destroy Arman Sarukian's reputation. They're trying to contaminate the dude's aura, his legacy. I don't even know this about Arman, and it tells you that it works, that the propaganda works. And even if it's not, when I use the word propaganda, it could be something that was true as well, because I didn't know that Arman Sarukian apparently went full Ron Artest and he was punching someone he punched the audience member. I had no idea. I didn't hear about this. So when I say propaganda, a lot of the time people hear propaganda, they think people are making stuff up, they're embellishing, they're trying to make something look bad. And in this, way that I'm attempting to fulfill my narrative, I'm thinking of propaganda as something like, hey, UFC, hey, MMA media outlets, by the way, I don't know how the illustration goes. If you're an MMA media outlet, are you in the UFC's pockets, or they're in your pockets, right? Because it wouldn't make sense if you're in their pockets, because that would mean you have money to pay the UFC. That wouldn't make any sense. They need to be in your pockets. That's like saying that you're a shield, and they're paying you, they're in your pockets. Unless you're in their pocket as far as like they own you. You're just like, they just grab you and put you in their pocket, like if you're a little tater tot or something like that. They just stuff all the MMA media into their cargo shorts. I think I just invented a new metaphor right now. There's different ways that you could be in someone's pockets. Even if you misspeak about who's supposed to be in whose pockets, technically, if you've seen this video, you'll know how to save it and be like, no, it makes sense. You got to look at it this way. And then they'll be like, oh, snap. Now I feel like an idiot. But what I was saying is the MMA media and the UFC are doing a good job right now. I got caught up in it myself. I think that Arman Tsarukyan is clearly, obviously, the number one contender for the title, which we have learned lately, and I've made videos about it, clearly does not matter. And I'm not saying that like, it doesn't even matter. This is so dumb. I'm not saying it like I'm complaining, like I'm throwing a tantrum. I'm saying it like, oh, like if I just figured out this math equation, like, oh, you see, you carry the 7, and then if you put, that's the common denominator within the UFC. It doesn't matter. It's got that rock type of infiltration in the whole dynamic, in the equation. It legitimately doesn't matter. It's not us throwing a fit. It's not us getting emotional. It doesn't matter. And that's something that we need to accept and embrace. And every time we start getting riled up and talking about the contenders and who's number 1 and who's number 2 and who's number 3 and why did this guy do that and this guy's, that's our fault. That's our bad. That's us getting sucked back into the matrix because these dudes are in cahoots. I know the MMA media likes to act like they're so against the grain and they're these crazy, respectable, journalistic, this and that. Bro, if they were, they'd have their credentials revoked. They are not these journalistic specimen. They're not like these dudes that go on Joe Rogan, that go undercover into these other countries and they could be killed any second. These are dudes that are straight up bowing to Dana White, or else they're going to have their credentials revoked. And I got caught up in this because I had no idea, again, that Arman Tsarukyan, I knew that he headbutted, what's that fool's name? Dan Hooker. I know that for whatever reason, his back was hurt. He missed weight. He had diarrhea. Whatever the reason, he missed that one fight. Okay. And then I know people keep talking about those two things. I didn't know that he punched a fan. And apparently there was another thing. I swear I heard, I don't know if it was Bisping. Someone else said another thing. He missed the fight, had to drop out of the fight. He headbutted Hooker. He punched the fan. I thought there was a fourth thing. I can't remember. But I was talking about it recently that they're trying to tarnish his legacy by positioning him not only to pump this narrative into the media. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. Who cares if he's number 1? Who cares if this and that? He doesn't deserve it. He doesn't deserve it. And we already know that the media is very successful in that. And that's why we have the culture and the society that we do today. Doesn't the landscape look very different? And I know we like to call it modern and progressive and whatnot and put all these optimistic terms on it. But if you took someone from like, I don't know. And here's the problem. If I even name a certain period of time, a certain era, a certain decade, your eyes are going to roll. Some of you're going to go, oh, so he wants it to be like this. Okay, he's a caveman. I'm just saying, if you took somebody that's not from this time and put them here, they'd be like, taking me home. What happened? Something malfunctioned. Something malfunctioned in the HTML. What the heck is going on here? I'm living in a freak show. But we get weaned into it. It's a little itsy bitsy. We microdose this insanity. People are born. There's gonna be people born tomorrow, and this world's gonna be normal. They're not gonna know any better. But if you take someone from a different era and drop them here, they're gonna be like, it's gonna be like the Charlton Heston in the Planet of the Apes. They're gonna be like, they're gonna see the Statue of Liberty. All, I'm not even gonna say it. It's not worth it. What I'm saying is that they're trying to position Arman Tsarukyan so that he doesn't look like a rightful contender. So that we could be led to believe that we've been mistaken. He doesn't deserve it. So they put these two bridesmaids. They put Dustin Gaethje and Patty Pimblett to fight for interim. Maybe Nina Chama supposedly she leaked it, and maybe it's gonna be vacated. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're fighting for whatever bout. And then are they going to give it to Arman after that, the winner? Probably not. You know why? Because Max Holiday and Charles Oliveira are fighting for the BMF. And they're probably going to want Arman to continue and continue and continue and continue to prove himself until either Ilia Tapuera is so stressed out from the situation with this lady that he starts stress eating and he's forced to go to welterweight because he can't even cut anymore, or he's in prison. And they're going to make Arman Sarukian fight the winner of Holiday and Oliveira. Now they're going to try to strap a BMF on him, which is going to tarnish his legacy. That's what it's done for Max Holiday. He's the BMF dude now. He's the BMF champion. People aren't going to remember him as the dude pre-Volkanovski. They're not going to remember him BV. That's not how it works. They're going to remember he lost. What the heck, bro? He's that dude. His longest era is going to be the BMF dude. It's going to impact his legacy. That's who he is now. You get into this trajectory, same thing they had to do with Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal. You get into this trajectory where it's like, well, people like them. They're marketable. You know what it is? It's a Vince McMahon influence. They are marketable. This is the closest that the UFC could publicly, transparently get without going full-blown illegal to Vince McMahon's model, where you could create and control your superstars. Maybe they can't come out right and say, we're picking who wins. Here's the script. Maybe they can't come out and do it like that, because maybe they'd even get in trouble with the fighters themselves. There's probably things the UFC can't even disclose to the fighters because of legalities. But what they can do, they'll say, look, there's fighters that people love. They're warriors. People will pay to watch them. They support them. They talk about them. They want them on the video games. They buy the t-shirt. But these dudes can't win. These dudes can't win titles anymore. What do we do? BMF. And they're trying to impose this title upon Arman Sarukian because the way he's being talked about, the way he's being treated, they're not going to get a winner from Gaethje and Pimblett and be like, all right, Arman, it's your time to shine, baby. No, Dana's going to be like, yeah, I still don't like him. I feel like he's got to do more. We're probably going to run him through the Contender Series. We're probably going to run him through the Contender Series, kind of like a boot camp. See if he could beat these up-and-comers, just see what he could do. We might throw him down to the G League for a little bit. Just, make sure he works out some of the kinks. And, I don't know. We'll talk about it Tuesday. Yeah. See if we could get him a couple fights at the PFL. Just kind of a outside. It's kind of a hybrid that we're working on. And then we'll bring him back in a couple years. They're not going to get a winner from Gaethje and Pimblett and say, hey, we're just playing Saruki. It's your time. It's your time to shine. No. They're going to be like, well, we're still mad at him. And he did punch that dude. And yeah, Holiday, I think it would be a good matchup if he did. Okay. So he's not going to get it. They're going to try to throw the BMF at him. And you know what he just did this weekend? And I don't know if this is Armin's decision. I don't know if it's because his coach. I don't know if it's his agent. I don't know if it's the UFC's influence and power. I don't know. Arman Sarukian went out there. And he won himself. He won himself another fake bout. Arman Sarukian went out there, and you know how fake it is? You know how fake this bout is? I'm having to get on Google right now. And I'm trying to find out what the name of that bout was. Because it's not that popular. That's how fake it is. So Arman Sarukian, Arman Sarukian wins ACBJJ. Okay. You see what I'm talking about? Arman won a pride bout. He won the pride bout. The ACBG, LGB. He won. This is insane. This is insane, bro. It looks like a TV network on cable. And I hope you understand the relevance of that. It's not just a TV network. It's a TV network on cable. It's like ABC, A147B. I feel like not that many people watch cable anymore. It's not going to really land the way that I was hoping. But Arman Sarukian defeated Mehdi Beduliev at the Dynamo Volleyball Arena in Moscow. It was like a week ago I was talking about how bad it is that Arman Sarukian is potentially fighting for the BMF title and the stain that that's going to put on his legacy. This dude just this weekend fought for a grappling bout in a volleyball building, in a volleyball arena. And not only that, I'm just learning right now, it's referred to as the promotional Sarukian took on the accomplished ACA featherweight for the promotional, in quotes, all-star title. So not only, bro, not only is this like if you're in the NBA and they put you down to go play in the G League, and hey, you won the G League, and you won the G League title. You know, at least you're the winner. At least you're the champion of the G League. You conquered the G League. You came, you saw, you conquered, you dominated. That's not what happened. It's like if he went from the NBA to the G League, and the G League was like, all right, we're going to have to make something up for this guy to win. We don't have nothing that this dude could win right now. We're going to have to make one up just for the promotion. Basically just to justify having this event, selling tickets, opening up the doors, turning the lights on. They had to make a promotional title for him. The All-Star title. You know what the All-Star title sounds like? It sounds like the ABCGJFQQ24's version of the BMF title. So Sarukian's getting passed up on. The narrative is getting pumped into the MMA community that he does not deserve it. Does not deserve it. Rankings don't matter. Doesn't deserve it. It's all fake. It's all make-believe. He's a pull-out artist. He's not reliable. He's not dependable. He went full run Artest. He's punching people. He's headbutting people. He's going to bite someone's ear off. He's probably only fit to have the BMF title. And then he goes on a side quest and wins a fake title on a volleyball court. And within that match, he took the rage bait. Because apparently the dude he grappled with elbowed him in the face or in the eye or something like that. So Sarukian loked up and he kneed him to the body. He gave him a knee to the body in a grappling tournament. And then that dude got mad and it looks like he teeped him. And then they had to stop it like, okay, you guys need to relax. We're going to start over. And they almost gave Sarukian a yellow card. Even though the other guy started it, it's the narrative. It's the narrative. I don't know who pointed him in this direction. He did it. He signed up and he agreed to do it. He took the rage bait. I don't know if this dude was a plant that he was fighting. Took the rage bait. Dude elbowed him. Took the rage bait, which they knew he would. He has a short fuse. Kneed him to the body. And now this is more fodder for the UFC, for Dana White, for the MMA media to talk about how Sarukian is a madman. He takes the rage bait. He's going to knee somebody he's going to viciously knee somebody to the body in a grappling tournament. Now that's another narrative they could add to Arman Sarukian. Another reason why they can't have him being a UFC champion. I don't know who Arman's people are, but they are definitely not helping.